Well now, looky here. We got us a smooth skin that I ain't ever seen before.
Welcome back to FudgeMuppet. My name is Scott, and today I'm going to share our thoughts on ghouls and having them as a playable state. Also, I would like to recommend watching our Ideal Fallout 4 video, which is our entire 45-minute long Fallout 4 wishlist. You guys all know what a ghoul is, right? Well, if you've played any of the Fallout games, you should know. But regardless, here is a Fallout wiki definition for those of you naughty kids that don't know. Ghouls, or necrotic post-humans, are decrepit, rotting, zombie-like mutants. They are recipients of intense and prolonged radiation sickness which decays their skin, and in some cases, their ligaments. Paradoxically, they also have greatly extended overall lifespans and are allegedly immune to and even regenerate health by the hazards of background radiation and/or nuclear fallout. Now you're all up to speed on what a ghoul is, let's talk about ghouls in Fallout 4, more specifically playable ghouls. Playing as a ghoul could be really interesting for gameplay. First off, you're hideous. Disgusting. You would be discriminated against, many people despise you or attempt to kill you on first sight. Basically, you're considered the irradiated leper scum of the world. But on the bright side, radiation doesn't affect you, and it can even provide you with benefits like healing. I mean, sure, I look and smell like a slab of steak in the sun, but you know what? I can bathe in the glorious glow of radioactive goo. This would change up gameplay, being able to explore intensely radiated areas with no problems, and additionally, feral ghouls won't attack you. This could have big effects on how the world reacts to you, or how quests are accessible and play out. You may be able to join a faction of ghouls rebelling against human oppression, but on the other hand, be shot on sight by the Brotherhood of Steel members. For the first time in a Fallout game, you would be the scary mutant, the second-class citizen, the despised, that gross-looking thing sitting in the corner. It could be really interesting for the role-playing as well. I don't see a reason why it can't be implemented. It would be like vampirism in the Elder Scrolls series, except incurable. It would have pros and cons, but it is up to the player to decide whether the pros are worth the cons, or are the cons worth the novelty of being a walking plate of ground beef? Additionally, it is dependent on where Fallout 4 is set. If it is set anywhere near severe nuclear devastation like Fallout 3 was, there should be more ghouls around, therefore making sense if you could become one. Then again, I don't really see Bethesda implementing ghouls, as there's a lot of effort to change how the game world reacts to you depending on whether you're a ghoul or human. It's not like there is a small difference, it would be a drastic change. Every voice actor would have to have voiced reactions to you being a ghoul and programmed behaviours. It could be done, it's just a lot of effort, and I'm not sure that Bethesda's up to it. But here's hoping anyway. And if they did implement it, I would like to share with you two ways I see it happening. First idea, the ghoul state is achieved through gameplay or maybe a side quest. Basically, you end up becoming a ghoul through prolonged radiation sickness. It could work very much like the ghoulification mod that I'm using here for Fallout 3. After a prolonged amount of time spent over 400 rads, you become a ghoul. In the mod, you can change the settings to change what rad level you can experience ghoulification, but personally, for Fallout 4, we think having between 800 and 1000 rads for a prolonged amount of game time could lead to you becoming a ghoul. The second idea is having a ghoul as a playable race from the start, perhaps changing how the main story begins. Because if you were a ghoul who grew up in a vault like Fallout 3, it really wouldn't make much sense. Though if they went for a story where the player character has a more ambiguous past, like in Fallout New Vegas, you could start as a ghoul. It could work kinda like Dragon Age Origins, where you could have a ghoul or a human at the beginning and each has their own origin story kinda thing. I don't know, I'm just a guy on the internet, you tell me. Anyways, you guys share your thoughts in the comments below, create a groovy discussion below, and these videos are just tossing our ideas around, getting us all excited and ready for Fallout 4, and when it is officially announced, we will have more info, and these videos will continue right up until the release, and then we will be making builds and guides and other content for Fallout 4. So subscribe if any of that interests you. I'm Scott from FudgeMuppet. All our Twitters, Instagrams, Facebooks, and other epic shit like our Snapchat are down below. I'm Scott from FudgeMuppet, and I'll see you later.